George Garton, first of all, you're looking pleased with yourself, and so you should. 5 for 26, your best return in first-class cricket. What does that feel like?
Yeah, it feels very good. I made the joke it was a bit of a long time coming, taking me 4 years, so I guess it's always nice to get one, get it off the board and get it ticked, and hopefully you can crack on from here.
I saw you at lunchtime. You were out here with James Kirtley and Jason Swift as well. You know, you spent a lot of time out there at lunchtime bowling. I mean, presumably that was in preparation, or what were they saying to you?
Yeah, Brownie gave me the heads up I was bowling after lunch, and so I thought I'd try and prep myself the best I could. And it's kind of a new role for me bowling up the hill. I really enjoy it. I think for me with the red ball bowling up the hill, it gives me a lot more control, and I look to shape the ball a lot more rather than just trying to run in, hair down and chuck it down as fast as I can. It seems to hold my action up a bit better, and so far I seem to be getting the results for it. So yeah, at lunchtime just working with Kurtz just to get my action good and preparing me for later on in the day.
5 wickets is nice in any game, but that was a pretty special 5 wickets, one of them including Sir Alistair Cook as well. What was that like?
I guess it's not often you get the bowl to a serve, so yeah, it's nice. He's obviously an England legend and someone that I guess when he walks out the bat has a target on his head because of who he is, and it's always nice to get the big fish. So yeah, a few lads that I played, Dan Lawrence played a lot of age group cricket with him, so nice to get him out too, just have the one up on him. But yeah, no, I was really happy with how I bowled.
And this competition, we've already spoken because you made a very good half century here against Hampshire, and we've spoken a lot about your role as an all-rounder in the side. But I guess that cements what we were talking about, really, that you could do both roles in this Sussex side.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed the way I got out, to be honest, when I was batting. So I've kind of pulled myself aside and said I had to do something with the ball. Thankfully it came off. I think as a bowling team we bowled perfectly. There's obviously odd overs where you don't quite get it right, but I think our plans were brilliant, and we showed that when we stuck at our game plans we got the rewards for it. So I think everyone, Croats getting his first wicket, bowled really nicely with the new ball, set the tone. Mitch down the hill as well. Everyone bowled really well when they came on, and everyone passed the baton brilliantly.
I've got to ask about that catch that Tom Clark. Just tell us about that. I mean, it looked brilliant from up there.
Yeah, it looked brilliant from the slips as well. It never looked like he was dropping it. Clark is a very good fielder, works very hard on it, and I guess is in the right place at the right time. Took a really good catch.
And there's been a lot of talk around selection of players for this competition, but there's some young Sussex players, I guess, who you've all sort of. You're slightly older than some of them, but you've come through with a lot of these guys, George. So does that give a nice camaraderie around the side?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're playing warm-up games and I'm now on the oldies team. So at 23, that kind of makes me feel a bit older than I am. But yeah, growing up with lots of lads coming through, and it's just great to see the lads come in and fulfil their potential and show what they can do.
And finally, we spoke to Tom last night about the effect of the Kent game, but particularly as a bowler, it was pretty tough down at Canterbury last week. There's not much time between these matches. I just wondered how the bowling group has got together and what's been said to go from being hit around the ground at Canterbury last week to bowling out the county champions for 140.
Yeah, I think that shows the kind of game cricket is, that one week's completely different to the other one. As a bowling group, we definitely felt we didn't at Kent hit our lines and lengths for long enough, but we weren't really disappointed with how we bowled. We felt that we put a lot of effort in. We didn't get any reward out, but we weren't too far off the mark. And I think this today showed that we're not a million miles away from where we need to be. And when we do hold our game plan and our lines and lengths better for longer periods, we get the rewards for it.
And finally, where does this game go tomorrow, George? It's a lead of 111. There's 90 overs in the day. I guess probably Sussex need to win this game to keep in touch. I just wonder perhaps what the tactics might be.
Yeah, it's very finely balanced. I don't get involved in the tactics so much. As of now, we've just enjoyed a good day's cricket. So I guess we'll come in and try and bat for as long as we can and see kind of what the game presents. It's clearly not a wicket to score very quick on. So we'll have to play it quite smart and see what we can produce with the bat, and then hopefully bowl them out of the ball.